what we have here is a genuine old machine. This is an HP Kayak, which I think they came in a couple different flavors, XU, XA. And this machine has dual processor modules in it, as well as a large amount of memory for the time back then. 768 megabytes of memory. It was really quite substantial. So I think this machine was manufactured 1998. So it's 20 some odd years old. 20 years for sure. And I've managed to set the clock to the year 2019. There's no more red light on the front of the machine, and it seems to be running, and I certainly don't want to shut it down. I think the best way for this machine to run is to leave it running, if it gets running at all. So there's a number of hard drives. Internally, it has two SCSI wide format SCSI drives. There they are listed right there. There's controllers, Symbius Logic controllers. There's Adaptec controllers inside this thing. That's a happy beep. Two big beeps like that is fine. Up here I have an old SCSI drive attached with an old Sun Microsystems external SCSI disk pack. There's the wide SCSI comes out down to the SCSI interfaces. And here's Debian. So I'm going to see if I can pick. Now this is Linux. That was Linux 5.0 release candidate. And I think I'll go right ahead and I'll boot the release candidate. I know that I had some difficulties with getting. There's our penguins for 2 processors. I did have some difficulties with compiling that kernel on this machine, which took a fair amount of time, I gotta let you know. A whole lot of hours. And there's not a whole lot of kernel modules that are being brought in. It's as minimal as possible. All right, a lot of thrashing there. Let's just wait. Might be another message coming. Might not. All right, well. Let's just see. I'm gonna let that time out. I'm gonna try this again. See if I can remember the root password on this old machine. Okay. Let's see what LSmod is to say to me. Not much. But nonetheless, there it is. So 768 meg of memory is the actual physical real memory, and most of that is free, which is good because this is a really minimal system. There's really not much running here. Pretty sure I have network data. Okay, so 3558 inside that subnet. I'll have to check with my switches. Pretty sure I should be able to talk to it. I guess SH is running. I hope. In fact, there really shouldn't be too much running here. Modern Debian. Smart Daemon, checking out the disks, although I doubt that those disks have smart software in them. All right. Well, machine is up, machine is running. SDA3, fairly certain. /dev, I should see. Yeah, there's some other disks that have to be mounted. Processor. This is what's worth looking at. Right here. There we go. Genuine Intel Pentium 2. 1997, I guess, or 98. That's 400 megahertz. It does have cache, and it does have siblings because there's another processor in there. There's two of them. And it claims all these CPU meltdowns, Spectre. Look at that. I don't believe that those bugs really exist in this processor. I think, quite frankly, the kernel may be lying to me here. I'd have to check out the source code to go see whether or not really those are just default messages being thrown at me from a very old processor. Regardless, 20-year-old machine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to compile 5.0.2, which was released a couple days ago. I believe I have GCC on this. Yeah, that'll do fine. Well, Debian testing, really. SID. Okay, so 20-year-old machine. Still running. Hard to believe, but I'll compile 5.02 on it and report later.